all are doing great. I'm from Team Course Fusion and today I'm going to teach you the topic Lexical Relations from Semantics. So first of all, we will read the definition of lexical relation, that what actually are the lexical relation. So a lexical relation is a culturally recognized pattern of association that exists between lexical units in a language. So in this we are going to talk about that how words relate to each other. Not only can words be treated as containers of meaning or as fulfilling roles in events, they can also have relationships. These words are called lexical, or we can say that semantic relations. So there are 8 types of lexical relations as well. So the first type of lexical relation is synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, prototype, homophone, and homonyms. And the further 2 types are polysemy and Myntonymy. So first of all, we will see that what is synonymy. Synonymy is when 2 words have the same or at least similar meaning. Synonymy is rarely exact. Words almost have some difference, or the meaning can be very close. For example, words like run or rush, or cry and bawl, or we can say that he bawled all night, or even sleep and doze. These all are synonyms because they more or less input the same meaning. So the second type is antonymy. Antonymy is the opposite of synonymy. It is when 2 words have opposite meaning. For example, words like cry versus laugh, yes versus no, etc. So there are further 3 subtypes of antonymy. The first one is relational antonyms, the second one is gradable antonyms, and the third one is absolute antonyms. So what actually are relational antonyms? Relational antonyms are those words which are on opposite sides of a relationship. For example, a child and his or her parent are said to be on opposite sides of a parent-child relationship, and a buyer or a seller are on the opposite side of a sale and could be considered relation antonyms. And finally, lend and borrow are the opposite side of the verb to trade from an object, which again allows them to be relational antonyms. The second type of an antonym is the gradable antonyms, which exist on a scale. These things are like old versus gold, tall versus short, or old versus young. These are scales with gray area between or something. So something can be more hot or more cold. It can be entirely hot or entirely cold, and the absence of one means the presence of another. So if someone is not tall, that means he is short, and if someone is not old, that means that he is young or middle-aged. The final type of antonym is the absolute antonyms. These are the antonyms that do not exist on a spectrum. For example, words like live or dead, true versus false, or yes versus no. There is no gray area in between for the most of the parts. And now let's go back to the types of lexical relations. The third type of lexical relation is hyponymy. Hyponymy describes the relationship that occurs when one word is the subset or the part of another. This can be seen in the following example, that dog is the hyponym of animal. And we can say that dog is an animal. Atticus are we can say that George is a hyponym of a people. So we can say that George is a person. And purple is a hyponym of a color. We can say that purple is a color. Hyponymy to rephrase is the relationship that occurs when one word is instantiation of a full set of another word. So the fourth type of lexical relation is prototype. So what is the definition of the prototype? The characteristics instance of a category is known as its prototype. So what is a characteristics instance? When we think about animals, we instantly think those which are present in our immediate environment, such as dog, cow, goat, etc. If we think about birds, the prototype will be pigeon, sparrow rather than the ostrich or penguin. Although technically they are birds, but we do not consider them as the characteristic instance of birds. The concept of prototype helps explain the meaning of certain words, like bird, not in terms of component features. For example, the bird has feathers, has wings, but in terms of resemblance to the clearest example. And potato and carrot is the prototype of vegetable, and the robin bird is the prototype of birds. So next is homophones. Homophones are words that have the same sounds but have different meaning. For example, male or male. These both have the same pronunciation but have totally different meaning. It can be night or night, or bee, a fly, or it can be a honeybee, we can say, but bee that usually or sometimes we use in our English sentences. The next one is homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same and have same spellings. For example, letter, it can be an envelope, and another one is the letter of an alphabet. And if we say that ring, it means that the ring of a telephone, but it can also be a ring for engagement, or it can be a jewelry piece. And if we say that right, or IGHT, right, it can be for saying someone that you are correct, and it can be for the direction as well, that turn right from there, etc. So the next one is polysemy. Polysemy is a state or phenomena in which the words that have more than one meaning. In other words, it can be described as multiple meaning of words. The words are considered to be related etymologically. For example, if I say plain, it has two meanings. The first one is simple, without nothing on it, and it can be meant for a dress as well, or for a decoration piece that with nothing added or not decorated in a way. So the last one is metonymy. Metonymy, a word used in a place of another with which it is closely connected in everyday experiences. The relatedness in polysemy was based on similarities such as head as a part of the body and the head of a company. On the other hand, in metonymy, the relationship is not based on such surface similarity but on the basis of a connection between two words, whether their appearance is different or not. For example, crown is metonymy of the power of a king, and the White House is referring to the American administration. Dish is metonymy of entire plate of a food, and the pen is metonymy of the written words, or we can say that it is the metonymy of a writer. So this was all for today. So hope you all liked it and understand it. Thank you so much for listening.